Like, I am so uh into this track. Like, it's like we're back from the walk and there's nobody. But yeah, like this jump right here, it doesn't look like much. And I was looking, trying to see if there's any rocks or anything that would hit my bulkheads, any roots or anything. So just doing a track walk. But I land literally, like, if you stand back and look from where I take off to where I land, is usually right in here. And then yeah, I got these rocks out of here. But yeah, there's another little lip starting to form right here. So like naturally, just by jumping, landing, and then hitting this lip right here again, I've been hitting it and tail whipping right here, like where you bring your back end of your truck up and turn it. So yeah, I've been tail whipping. Pardon my hands and stuff. But yeah, yeah, and then I take it easy through these rocks now because I try to save up my tires. But yeah, Zane was out here yesterday helping me get rocks out, and he got some really big ones. So we were getting all the. I'm not too worried about it because I'll just take it easy through here. And see, he chills in the yard fine. There's dogs right there and all over. So I just love the fact that he chills like that. Then you come around, yeah. But look at this rocky ass turn when it was just dirt, loose dirt. Holy cow, it was so fun to just come down there and then you drop down. And like, you gotta remember to scale, this is huge for this truck that I have. So all this stuff, like this straightaway is a short shoot, is just huge. And you can see right here, I'm already, just by the look of the grass and the dirt, I'm already pitching it sideways, usually by right here. I'm already sideways in a drift and then pointing this way. And my rear end is always, like, sometimes I'll come wide, like right here on this one. Yeah, I usually have this sticker up here to block it. That way I know I hit a stick. That's some discipline for you, for, trigger discipline. What you doing, nooby noobs? You gonna walk the track with me? What you doing? You pretty boy. He's a pretty boy. And this turn, this whole section I just adore. So yeah, you're coming around this turn, right? Like I said, my rear end's swinging there and I'm pointing this direction and I'm just on the gas. That's why this is all just brown right in here, because I'm just on the gas. And from this moment right here, where the dark brown stops, and this couple of feet I'm walking is literally how long it takes for me to get my trigger from gas to brake. So that's how fast I'm traveling. So this is all timed muscle memory. And this is what makes it so neat, because you can see right here, I'm slamming on the brakes right here. All of this is before. This is before. So this is my braking point. Is that spot. Boom. And then I'm braking and I'm turning and you can see by the grass here that I am on the gas because I've already been broken and turned my truck like this. So like here's a good way to actually show the apex. Watch this. So you're under braking and you're wanting this on the inside, you're already turning right here. See, I've got my camera turning, boom, and I'm coming around the corner and shooting up the straight. Where'd Newbie go? Uh-oh. Newbie! Oh. See, I always do that. I was like, "Wah!" And he's always right here. I'm right here, Dad. See? I wish I could just leave you off the leash. You're just easier that way. Oh boy. He never goes far from me. But yeah, so I come down that straight. We were doing, you wanted to come up the yard with me? And you go up here and you're just on the gas. And then right here, you can tell right here, I'm never hard. Like, I don't ever floor it. That's why you see green grass here, because I can hear my diffs. Oh, you see the light? I can hear my diffs like whining, you know? And so here I can get to full throttle. So that's how long it takes me to get to full throttle if I get to full. Because remember, to scale, this is like, oh, okay, and this is also the new, I'll show you the old track first. So this is where it becomes techie. So the first lap is this. You come this way, and you know, you have to maneuver through the sticks and stuff. But look at this lip that's formed from just coming as close over here and just to make a turn. And like, now it's a step up jump, and yeah, I land usually in here, and I'm turning to get to this jump here. Which, if you hit too hard, you will hit your bulk, your front bumper will hit on Senton. So I'm trying to make it a little less so. But there's so much rocks here. Look at this. Look at all these rocks that just come out. And that's that layer that I don't want to get to. So, here we go. Oh yeah, let's just kick dirt on top of it. Smart. Anyway, I'll be careful with that. You gotta have throttle control on that one. So like, cause you stand right here. When I'm doing this whole track, this is exactly where I stand. Right here. And I can see the whole, so yeah. Anyway, hit that jump, you land right in there, and you set it for this turn and down into the launcher. Now me, because I'm trying to get time, I try to just time it just to get on the full throttle, just on it through the whoop section. Watch the Hole of Death. That will, oh my god, scares me. So yeah, through this whoop section. Remember, to scale, remember these little tires are hitting these big old just off. I mean, it throws that truck way off. If you have bad suspension, you are just gonna get toasted through here. And then yeah, you hit the jump, and that I started with talking about, and around that corner. But yeah, this is the starting line, and also our stand. So yeah, I'm welcome to in-depth, like, time it. And the second lap. I forgot about that. Yeah, Nibs, I did. I forgot. You excited too? You look at that little like light off the reflection. So the second lap, when you're coming down through here, and you hit this little left, and you're sliding around, and you hit the throttle, and you're like on the brakes. Make that turn, and you're coming back up through here, right? What you doing? Are you looking for the light? Did you see a reflection? Did you see a light, boy? Okay, so now when you're coming up here this way, see if I can block that sun. No. Anyway, you can kind of see. There we go. So when you're coming up here, remember the technical way was to the left. Now the fast lap is you're just coming up through here, and you can see where I've just been sliding right here. Sliding to make the jump for right there and on. And that's so yeah, that's the sequence of the whole track. And maybe I'll have duct tape on my camera later and do the track. But yeah, the first lap, boom, through the whoops, jump around the snake, boom, down, and around the tree, around the cone, up through the real tight section, jump, then come around here, boom, hit this jump right here, throttle control, hit this jump, boom, second lap, boom, around, oops, hit that jump up there, around, oh, come through there, down, around. Now this is the fast lap, so you're gonna be right here on either on the brakes or sliding, which I like drifting. It's just funner. That just makes the way that truck looks when it goes wah, and it's on the gas and then off of it just to get this jump, boom, and just launch. I've launched over that hole of death. From the angle, I've launched over that hole, like up there. I've landed and had to like cut across because I've landed in the like line that goes down the other way. Anyway, so you can totally, if you're wanting to launch, you can launch off of this jump right there. But yeah, so I love this little track. It's my first track that I've like made for RC racing, and I think that when you look at it like scale wise, like the technicality of having to go through here and knowing like you can hear your motor's RPMs and know like how fast you need to be going or slow, you know, around this whole track. And it's been a blessing. So this is a passion of mine, is now building tracks. So this is not the Daytona that I've always talked about I'm gonna build. This is nowhere near. I'm gonna have a Daytona where you send that and it'd be over them bushes, you know what I mean? Like for the big trucks, but then I'd have a double for like stadium trucks, you know, like my truck, you know. It would be like, I'd find there would be a way for the smaller trucks to get through the bigger stuff, but an 8S, 6S truck could launch it and land over that would be, that's my point, is making a huge supercross track where the bigger trucks can run it, and just, yeah, and finding the right, the thing I like about Missouri dirt, just so you know, like, is it compacts very well, like it tears up very well, but like the brown dirt like this, I'm still sliding all of this away. Same with that horseshoe turn, but that red dirt up there is totally different. And just the layers of dirt that's here, like this is the all black stuff, then you go right up there and it's just hella rock. You know, I mean, it's just a lot of cool variety. But I would probably make it out of clay, I'm thinking, off the top of my head. Maybe you guys can leave in the comments and let me know what you guys think. You know, like if you were to build a Daytona supercross track, preferably inside, would you build it, you know, where still mentally just going through the lines, you know, what's up, big plans? Yeah, you know, and you know, like I'm saying, just launching it, wow, 6S and 8S over that easy, you know, then you would be like around the tree, and I don't know, I'd figure, you know what I'm saying, like designing the track and having the land and the space and just all that is just gonna be so fun. It's gonna be so fun, y'all. But tell me, like, because a lot of people have been oiling their tracks too, so been looking at that on YouTube and looking at how people have been maintaining tracks. And outside tracks are very, very hard to keep maintained, but if that's literally all I have to do on my land is keep my track maintained, I would have so much fun on backhoes all day and little trackhoes or whatever I get, you know, whatever tractor I'm using, or tractors, because, you know, I'm gonna have to have different attachments to smooth things out. But yeah, if I have it outdoors, then it'll be an outdoor track, and I'll have to keep bringing in dirt or do whatever I have to do, you know, to keep it fresh and raceable for the big trucks and the smaller trucks. And like I said, I'm gonna have a proper 10th scale racetrack out there too. You know, like you'll have the supercross track, but you'll also have like a track like this, like, you know, proper 10th scale track, something like this, you know, with more jumps, more longer, you know, hopefully freestyle area, you know, and just have it be like a whole RC mecca area, you know, and if I can produce that'd be hella killer. That's my goal. So if you're watching this and you're on this channel and you're seeing this and you know that I run the Sentin out here all the time, and I'll probably be out here in about 30 minutes doing it because it's sitting right there waiting to go. See how good Newbie is off leash? Like, he's such a pain in the ass on leash, but he's so good off leash. Like, he doesn't go anywhere. It's so great. Anyway, I'm gonna go and leave you guys with that. Leave in the comments what you guys think about the track idea, you know what I mean? And then, like I said, I would have like probably 4 of the like 223S like Arma series, probably Vortex and Sentins. Like, I've got Newbie Noobs. Where'd you go, Bubs? There you are. You looking for the light? Are you looking for the light still? Huh, Bubsy? Huh? You still looking for the... You find it? Did you find it? And yeah, it's gonna be dog friendly too, so make sure your dogs are friendly when you come out to race my land, wherever it is. I do get it. So yeah, leave your comments, let me know what you guys think, and that's the dream. So, and yeah, there'll be a music studio on the property too, so if you're into music, you can do that. So yeah, oh yeah, I was gonna get like 2 Vortex and 2 Sentins, maybe like a Sentin and a Fury if somebody wants some 2-wheel drive action. So they'll be on site, so like you can like not rent those trucks, but like, you know, if you don't have a truck, you can come out there and still use my vehicles, and I'll just have parts and stuff, you know, and hopefully by then I'll have learned enough about that system to just pop stuff in and out, fix it up, and get y'all back out there racing. But you're welcome to bring all your own RCs to the track, obviously, preferably. But I want to have those, like, and I might have it on. I'm not gonna do it with like the 8S. I probably wouldn't loan out 8S, because when you're with 8S, you really need to know what you're doing, because you can really hurt somebody with 8S. So that being said, you know, like, I might have a couple 6S that I might build up a Typhon completely with M2C or whatever chassis and all sorts of stuff, and completely just make that like the 6S truck if somebody wants to try it out. And I can always put it on different power settings for them, with like run it 4S or 3S or whatever, and work the way up. So yeah, I just want to make a complete area where you can come learn about RC, learn about racing a track, have a freestyle area where you can just chill out. Like, that would be like over here. If I had that area, it'd be over here. You know, around this racetrack, over this area would be like a freestyle area, you know. You'll be away from the racetrack. You know, I'm just saying, like, you know, I'm gonna have to, whatever property I get, I would just use for that. You know, like this property, it'll be a proper 10th scale, bigger track than this. If this was actually my property, this whole area would be a racetrack. So, but this is a killer, dude. I am in love with this track here. Can't tell you guys enough. Thanks, you guys, for hanging out for so long. And just look where I hit one of those black walnuts right there. Boom. Hit it and just whap. but like, see, do you guys do that too? Can you hear your diffs, like when you're coming around such a hairpin turn like this? Like, I don't go full throttle right off the bat, even though like you can, and you know what I mean, like you'll tire spin like hell, but like I try to make it a smooth trend, like smooth pull to full pull, and I know that sounds crazy because you're doing it in milliseconds, which it's crazy to even think that your brain is thinking that fast to react and all of that. But I don't know, that the COD Mobile is something that I play, that's a video game that's also on like reaction time, slide, jump, you know, all sorts of stuff you can do in that game, and it's helped a lot with the TBI. So to do all this with a TBI, and if like this has been a life-altering situation, then if I can get some land and build something like this, and hopefully have it be self-sustaining one day, and people from all over the world will want to come race this track that I'm envisioning right now in my head. That's what I hope. I hope that people, that Chris with a C and like Kevin Talbot and all of these like huge YouTubers right now, I hope that like I hope that they all want to come out here and bash it. Thunder RC, like, I hope they all want to come wherever my land is and see this track and just want to bash the track and just be like, that is so sick. Even if you just want to do parts of the track, I don't care, you know, come out, film your stuff, I don't care, you know, like, I just want it to be just so epically awesome, you know what I mean? Like, you see what I'm doing with just this little area, and, you know, this mind is capable of still building and designing a beautiful, huge 6 and 8S track that would be a complete like supercross, mega huge supercross track. But yet, if I can make it to where a 10th scale like my Senton can still race that track too, without, like I said, if I can make this jump a quad for which a 6 or an 8S truck, boom, over, and that's the landing on the backside, right, of that bush. But if there'd be a double, or like you're coming out of here and you can lead up to one or something, you know what I mean? Whatever I'd have to do to build it to where you could make that jump for a Senton as well, then I have to think that way on the track, which is another unique design element of it. So, and if not, then I just would make a supercross track for 6 and 8S and then make a proper nice big 10th scale track, and which I was gonna do anyway. And yeah, so you'll have it all there, and the freestyle area. So yeah, it's gonna be great, y'all. I think it's gonna be awesome, and I hope everything comes together like I'm visioning. And thanks for hanging out. So go be kind to everybody, and if you got animals, love them and be kind. That's all I've ever asked. Peace.